We've pushed back on the gag orders because it replaces the real media with, you know, people that are trying to be the media, and some of them don't do a very good job of sourcing, and most of them don't. And even in the real media, they can make those mistakes. So I feel like a gag order just breeds misinformation.
Going back and forth, the prosecution has weighed in here and basically articulated into the court that they agree with the court that Shannon Gray, the attorney representing the family, should have some limitations, should be under the gag order, and they say that it's their duty to make sure that this is an impartial trial. An attorney carries greater weight if appearing on television. They also address the fact that they have asked to talk to Shannon Gray's clients throughout these proceedings, but they've just articulated to the court that Gray, quote, has not permitted that. That now they're going back and forth about that. Bottom line here is this case, Michael, is different, is it not? I mean, we wouldn't be talking about it. They wouldn't be haggling over the minutia of a gag order and whether a family attorney is underneath it if it wasn't in a different level in terms of public interest. And we've seen it before. Public interest can create problems in a criminal case.
Yeah, the past 30 to 40 years have given us all an education on what we need to do as a society with respect to the justice system and gag orders and everything of the like, right? We no longer have the luxuries that we had, for example, during the O.J. Simpson trial, right? Back then, that was in the 90s. You could sequester a jury, and we all suffered as a society basically at the sequestration of that jury. It was torture for them and their families, right? They physically were like imprisoned for months and months and months. And we've realized as a society, we're not able to do that. We're not able to replicate that, especially in this day and age, right? How are you going to sequester a jury in 2023 the way you sequestered the jury during the O.J. Simpson trial? You cannot do it, right? It's not possible. And so what do? So we have completely, like, social media and media, internet, and it has completely changed the landscape for us as a society. And so these judges are using rules from 100 years ago, trying to follow through on a system in 2023. It's very, very, very difficult. It's actually impossible. And so even with these gag orders and everything of the like, these jurors are going to be tainted no matter what anybody does. It's like trying to bring the water back into the boat with some shovels. You can do it, but it's at the end of the day, it's a losing battle. These jurors are going to get tainted, and we just kind of have to brace for impact.
Right, and that's what the voir dire process is for, and hopefully it's significant and extensive enough that both sides get an opportunity to really dig deep into, because there have been some high-profile trials where they're picking a jury in a day and a half because that's the way the judge does it. And you have to believe that people slip through the cracks.